Welcome back to Scarecorn Volume 4, the Grab Bag Edition, the final day.
Yeah, the final day.
Unless something is added. I don't think something's going to
I don't think so. I don't think there's anything.
We watched Abominable, a movie about Squatch.
Yeah, so we'll probably call it Bigfoot. Just it's easier to say. Easier for me to say because
You can call him Bigfoot. I'm gonna keep calling him Squatch.
Because in the movie they don't know who they're talking about. They're like,
it's just a thing with red eyes.
I don't think they ever said Abominable.
They did not.
But they said Sasquatch and Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That's why
on the back of the box it says Yeti as well.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I think this.
But they didn't say Yeti.
Yeah. They're going down the list of all the names.
Somebody cracked open a thesaurus and was like, yes, Sasquatch.
Well, this is this is 2005 because that's when the movie came out. That was about the time when you can kind of call anything. Like not anything, but like if you want to be like, oh, that's Yeti, or that's Bigfoot, or that's Abominable. It's like everybody knows what you're talking about, but now it has to be like, no, Abominable is a monster in the snow. Bigfoot's just Bigfoot, like a character. The Sasquatch is like a giant.
Bigfoot is a specific Sasquatch, I think, is what the thing is, and then the Abominable Snowman or whatever is a specific Yeti. And then Yeti and Sasquatch are kind of like the umbrella terms. Yeah,
kind of like Coke and Pepsi. Like if you go down to the south, you're like, you give me a Coke or something.
Yeah, like soda.
Yeah,
like Coke.
Yeah, Coke and soda. That's what I meant.
Anyway, so this movie is about a guy in a wheelchair who goes up to a cabin for a couple days.
Well, he was in an accident. He climbed the mountain, Suicide Mountain.
Yeah, aptly named.
And his wife died, and so he's kind of like he fell too, I think, and so he's paralyzed and also dealing with and they never specify it, but I think they think he's like paranoid because he has a doctor with him, a home doctor.
Yeah. So apparently his therapist is like, yeah, go spend some time in the woods. That'll be great.
Go spend some time next to Suicide Mountain.
And so he goes up there, and across the street, a group of 5 girls come in, and that's when Squatch makes his move. He snaps the telephone line because he knows to do that, and he takes one of the girls like immediately because she's outside on her phone, and
phone doesn't break. It's Nokia. Don't worry.
Yeah, there's actually a crater where the phone was. And so our main guy, Preston, I think his name was.
Yeah.
He attempts to call the police. He emails the police and is like, "Yo, scary monster on the mountain, please help." And they're like, no, that guy's nuttier than a fruitcake. And so he calls the girl's phone instead. After searching her up on like Google or whatever, the equivalent thereof, and she's the only one with his last name.
Yeah, the plot hole, which we don't get plot holes, but it kind of annoyed me. Like, yeah, we have no cell service, but we have internet service, and like, aren't those two connected? Like, aren't those on the same phone?
No, they're just bouncing off the satellites. It's different.
All right, I'll stand down.
You think he had dial-up in Town 5?
Yes.
I mean, we had dial-up in Town 5. But, so he calls their phone, or he texts their phone, saying, "Your friend's been taken in the woods, get help. Or get the police." So the girls are like, that's kind of weird. Oh, well. And, does one get taken there? Does the second one get taken?
Well, the one the one has a drink, and the 2 girls get into a fight, and then the one girl throws her drink on the.
Do all 4 of them go back inside?
Yeah.
Though? Okay.
And then they turn the music up real loud so that they can't hear the one girl get snatched through the window.
And before some of this happens, Lance Hendrick's there with his hunting buddies, and they're gonna go do
Jacob is a Lance Hendrick. Is that what his name is?
Yeah.
Stan.
I am not. I just know he's from The Quarry.
He got so excited.
He plays the exact same role in this. He goes into one of the monsters, or in this Squatch's den, and he's like, "No, I'm going to protect you, girl." And then he sees her guts. He's like, "Wow, that's really fucked up." I will be back.
And the Sasquatch, or Bigfoot, was like, this is my girl. I found her first.
He does the whole poltergeist, paranormal activity, dragging somebody thing. And then they make short work of Lance Hendrickson and all his friends.
You bought free Ren.
We can talk about that later.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so basically at this point, Squatch is just fucking taking out the girls one by one, while Preston is shouting out the window like, "Hey, don't do that! Don't do this! He's in the house!" Also, Preston has knocked out his home doctor.
Yeah, his doctor's like, "Hey, you need to calm down." And he's gonna give him like
"I'm gonna trank you," and then Preston grabs the syringe and tranks him instead. Basically, Squatch whittles down the girls' camp down to one, who joins Preston in his house, and they're like, "We're gonna home alone this guy." And then they're like, "No, wait, that's stupid. Let's just leave." And they go to escape. They're climbing down the porch, and then Squatch shows up. He pulls the girl back up, and the doctor gets up, hits him in the back with an axe, and then dies. And Preston's like,
what I say about him is like they said the guy had to be such an asshole, but like he stood his ground and he was like, "I'm,"
yeah, and then he got his face
eaten right off.
And so now the girl's back to dangling about halfway down, and Preston's like, just cut the line, just unhook yourself, fall down.
Which Preston could have done that like when the guy was getting his ass when the doctor was getting eaten. He could be like, "Hey, unhatch yourself," but Preston had to be an asshole. Like the whole fucking movie, he's kind of like the anti-hero of this,
like he could be doing more than just shouting.
Yeah.
And he's like, just unhook yourself, aim for my legs. I won't feel it.
Wait till you're at the very almost halfway to the top to unhook yourself. Oh, did that hurt? Did that hurt you? Yeah, I had no fucking legs.
He's got legs.
I know he's got legs, but he can't walk. So
they get in this car. And the entire time, Preston's just fucking shouting at her. And she's like, "Where are the keys?" He's like, fuck. In the visor. And he opens the visor and throws the keys on the ground. He's like, "Get the keys!" It's like, Preston, you did that. That's your fault.
Preston, yelling does not make everything better.
And so Squatch picks up the car. And they try speeding off. And then Squatch sets the car down. And they fly into a tree. And she's not wearing her seatbelt, so she goes through the windshield. And then Preston starts honking the horn to spook Squatch, who goes to get a running start to drop kick the car, I think. And Preston throws the car in reverse, pinning Squatch to the tree. And the axe goes through Squatch. And Preston climbs out like, "Yeah, we did it, woo!" And they go down the mountain, and the police are there. And Preston's like, there's 5 bodies up there. You're going to need everybody.
Yeah, again, being an asshole, it doesn't say, "Hey, there might be a monster up there."
By the way, there's a Squatch.
Because you could have said there's a grizzly bear. He could have been like, "There's a grizzly bear up there," and it's like raging.
There is some fucking monster pinned to a tree. And one of the cops finds the car, and Squatch is no longer pinned to the tree. And they all 4 of the cops get together, and they hear a twig snap, and the sheriff's like, "Wow, you guys are all like, babies. We're in the woods. Of course, twigs are gonna snap." Mm-hmm. And then they turn around, and there's like 1,000 Squatches in the darkness.
Yeah, almost taller than the trees.
And then the movie ends.
Yeah, so this I watched this movie back in early days of 2010, I think, and I saw the movie, and I was telling Jacob, like, there's a scene that lives rent-free in my head, and it's a scene where the girl was in the shower, and the Sasquatch, like, grabs her and, like, rips her right through. I think about that scene every once in a while. I'm just like, what a brutal way to die. Nah,
it's fine.
And then I just remember, like, he's like, the Preston could like look in every single room across. Even though when they only set it up, like the houses are at different angles, so there's like no way that he'd be able to see every single room. But yeah, and then
he installed mirrors.
Then this is my thought of today. I'm like, maybe that little Sasquatch was like a child Sasquatch, and it was just like running around, just like I can do this.
I mean, it could have been a child. I mean, it was very small compared to the tree-sized Squatches.
Yeah, it was a very interesting movie.
I don't know if I'd call it interesting.
Yeah, no,
it was more interesting than Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, I have more. Yeah,
but it was still very like it felt like it was plotting.
There's definitely more to say about the movie. Like Creature of the Black Lagoon, I think you went on. I'm like, I don't remember any of this. We just watched it, and I'm like, well, I'll just sit here.
They spent half an hour in the lagoon, and that was it.
Yeah, that was our 2024. It started in, as you guys know, February, watching that one movie. And then watching that other movie. Then watching that third movie. And then watching Creature of the Black Lagoon. And then watching this movie.
Yeah.
So let us know. We'll see if it does. Last year, the high school...
Monster High?
Monster High. A lot of people liked that.
Did they?
Well, I got more views than anything else.
Oh.
So we'll see if this year has any views.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, we'll see you next year for a different with Scarecorn Volume 5. The I don't know. I don't got a number for 5. I don't got a word for 5.
Yeah, we got leave the comments below. It's like, what do you guys want us to watch? You want us to watch like really fucking scary movies, like scary?
Oh, I can't handle scary.
You can't handle. I don't think I can handle scary movies either.
No, I'm not a big fan of gore and shit. Like,
you want to watch like fucked up movies like Saw, The Centipede? Like we can do Scarecorn 5.
I'm not gonna watch Saw because I'm gonna be mad the entire time. I'm not gonna be scared. I'm gonna be mad.
Why are you gonna be mad?
Because everybody in the Saw universe is fucking stupid.
That's true.
Like they can be like, well, Jigsaw didn't actually kill them.
Oh,
they just failed the challenge. So it's not Jigsaw's fault.
I'm glad you brought that up. Oh shit. We hate movies. Watch their Saw reviews, because in the movie they say that they'll act like Jigsaw or whatever his name is, and like, oh, I didn't kill them. I gave him an opportunity. Now I did put this over him, but I told him how to get out of it. It's not my fault that they're dead.
Legally speaking, I didn't have anything to do with it.
Officer, I don't know why you're arresting me. They had every option.
I think I think it's in the game, which is canonical, I believe. They go to arrest Jigsaw, but this happens in like the first movie as well, because I think the game takes place between the first and second. They go to arrest Jigsaw, but because they didn't have a warrant, everything they found there doesn't count.
Dude, you know how much
and it's like, I get it. I get the warrant thing. I get needing it. This is a serial killer. You have found all the. I think you can let this one go.
There's another podcast to listen to is Small Town Murder, and you won't believe how many cases get fucked over by that. They like see evidence that they're not supposed to see, and then like the attorney can go on there and like, and we're supposed to see that, even though it says right there that he killed him. You didn't have legal rights, so therefore my client's innocent. And it's like, what? How does that work? Like, you know what you gotta do if you're gonna murder somebody? Don't take not legal advice. Disclaimer, not legal advice. Go to like the dumbest town in the world and help the cops go search you. Have the cops come into your house and be like, what?
Well, no. What you do is you somehow have to convince the cop to come into your house.
But not say they can come in.
And have them see all the evidence and be like, well, you didn't have a warrant. You just kind of came in my house. And now all this, you can't use any of this evidence in court.
So I got like short ads, or not ads, on Facebook, the Rookie. It's a TV show where the cop is like 45 years old. And he's a rookie cop.
Mm-hmm.
And this one lady cop's like, I got a bad feeling about this car. And they pull the car over and like, why'd you pull the car over? Why did I have a bad feeling? Well, you can't go off bad feelings. And they look at the back of the trunk and there's blood just dripping out. and the sergeant who came over and was like, why'd you pull this car over? Oh, I just had a bad feeling, but there's blood. Well, legally we can't do anything. So the car got to drive off. I was like, Jesus.
I think in that one you get probable cause.
Right. Well,
if there's blood coming out of the car.
Right, but the problem is that she stopped the car prior to
before
probable cause. Not legal advice. I don't know.
All right. Well, anyway, guys.
Yeah, leave the comments below.
Stay out of the mountains at night. Squatch might be up there.
Okay, well, you can go that way too. I was going to say leave videos. You're
You
like,
already said that.
Well, I want to reiterate again. It's like when you put the like, comment, subscribe. Like they just keep popping up like on the video. Like we don't do that because we love you guys. We're all family here. Not legal advice. But like they say, like if you say at the very beginning of the episode, and if you say it like during the episodes, like nobody actually does it, and nobody actually does it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Unless you're just like a PewDiePie and you're going for like a world record, and people are like making fake accounts. All right, we can end the show now.
Okay.
What the longest episode?
Watch out! Watch out for creatures.
You just I was gonna say you just said the Sasquatch thing, and now you're...
Watch out for Frankenstein's monsters and Dracula's and.
If you see a crazy girl who wants to kill people and make her.
What the fuck was the third movie we watched? Watch out for space plants.
Oh yeah, that movie. You know, if you were to give me like a list of all that movies, or if you were to say, hey, name the 5 this year that we watched, I could get 4 of them. I would not have got the Prom Plant one.
Well, watch out for all of those. Very dangerous. Very common, very dangerous.
We did the Monster Mash. The Monster Mash.
Great.
It was a graveyard smash. It was a mash.